Please welcome to my presentation, Crazy Exy Cool. Why Crazy Ex-Girlfriends Rule the World. When I was a teenager, I went to a movie called John Tucker Must Die. And upon watching the movie, I learned John Tucker does not die. He just learns something about the power of human connection and why you should treat women as people. That is not the movie I paid $9 for. I paid to watch John Tucker die. And then I started thinking about all of my favorite songs. I like Goodbye Earl by the Dixie Chicks. I like The Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks. I like that song by Carrie Underwood, you know the one. Thank you. And that's when I realized I like country music. Because it's the only genre of music where you are allowed to kill a white man. Can't do it in any other. My favorite crazy ex-girlfriend is Elle Woods. She's the best one. She's the best one because not only did she go so psycho, she took the LSATs. You could not pay me to take the LSATs. Oh, God, she said she was doing it for love. No, she was doing it for revenge. Warner didn't even get into Harvard on his own accord, but Elle Woods did. How would you like it if you were just sitting at Harvard and you're like, yes, I am the world's elite now, and the girl you called dumb showed up? We all know these ladies. They're fucking in charge. Foreshadowing to how apeshit Beyonce was gonna get in a few years. Let's just take a moment. Jay-Z, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna revolutionize the music industry. I'm gonna create this thing called Tidal where artists get paid fairly, and I'm gonna become even more of a mobile. And then the only thing that kept Tidal afloat was that he cheated on his wife, and she wrote an album about it so baller, everyone needed to get a subscription. Everybody talks about Beyonce and Jay-Z as this power couple, and they are the wealthiest couple in America. It is all Beyonce's money. Almost all Beyonce's money. This is great foreshadowing because we got to see Beyonce and Lady Gaga murder a bunch of people in a diner. Wouldn't it be nice if you could seek revenge on assholes and then there's just toast? Love toast. Toast is an underrated breakfast food. You're always what kind of toast do you want? And you tell them, and then you don't really think about it when you order the entree. But if your omelet and hash brown showed up without toast, how mad would you be? Mad enough to poison everyone in the diner. This is a real-life crazy ex-girlfriend who is deeply underrated. And her biggest crime that she ever did was tried to trademark the name Kardashian for herself. She was engaged to marry into that family, and they were so mad that they were like, no. I want to take a moment to appreciate Blac Chyna because the Kardashian have appropriated Black culture since the beginning of their careers. Thank you. And she just I know. And she just showed up and was like, hey. Also, revenge porn, which is what Rob Kardashian did to her. She sued him and won. You don't mess with Blac Chyna. She's the best crazy ex-girlfriend because she'll take you to the court of law. And she will win. She wins every time. And she's the only Kardashian who didn't name their baby something super dumb. Dream Kardashian is the best Kardashian baby name. Let's talk about how Glenn Close was totally robbed of an Oscar this year. I lost my shit when they gave it to that other lady. I thought they were going to give an Oscar to Lady Gaga for Best Actress, and I was like, if you give an Oscar to Lady Gaga and you do not give one to Glenn Close, there will be Fatal Attraction 3. I am going to be the star of it. Who's seen this movie? These slides are based off a Tumblr I have. It's called crazyexwhocool.tumblr.com, where I just talk about crazy ex-girlfriends in media and how they like win life. And I had not seen this movie when I started this Tumblr. And it is the best one because it has every crazy ex-girlfriend trope where like a guy gets with a woman and then she's like, hey, and he's like, you're trying to ruin my life. That's the whole plot of the movie. Like, she just shows up where she's supposed to and talks like a normal human person. And his whole, like, seriously, he's just like, get away from me. She's like, would you like to treat me with, like, this much of human decency? And he's like, nah, I'm good. There's a trope that shows up in, in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend Dumb a lot. And it is a woman who, like, refuses to get an abortion, and that is like ruining a man's life, and that's the only reason she's refusing to have the boyfriend is just to like hurt him. It's like the flip side of like her body, her choice. It's only like her body, her choice, unless I have to take any type of responsibility, then I don't want to be a part of this. It's frustrating. My favorite part of this movie is that they made it, the big scary thing is that she kept calling on a landline. Like, that was the most horrifying thing that ever happened, is she was calling on the landline and, like, the wife might answer. And she dies because she dies at the end of this movie because she shows up and expects him to take financial responsibility for a child that is his. That's the whole plot of the movie, is she's like, I'm pregnant, maybe you should do something about it. And he's like, you're trying to ruin my life and keep calling me on a landline that I can very easily disconnect. Love it. This is Hayden from American Horror Story. Somebody else that refused to have an abortion to ruin a man's life. It's the only reason anybody has a baby, by the way. It's like, how can I hurt a man? Hayden is the hero of American Horror Story season 1 because, like, thank you. See, this is the thing. There are like ghosts and the rubber man and crazy murderers. She's the scariest thing in that season. She's so scary because she's like gonna show up and make you responsible for your actions. You might have to take accountability. This is like the most horrifying thing to a straight man, of like, you did something you shouldn't have, and now you're gonna face the consequences. But I was used to getting away with everything. What do I do? Why are you trying to ruin my life by stating facts? Probably none of you know who this is, but this is Blue Cantrell, who brought us the hit 'em up style, and taught us the most important lesson of, hey ladies, if your man want to get buck wild, just go back and hit 'em up style. Get your hands on his cash and spend it to the last dime for all the hard times. This song beat Elvis Presley's record. This is not a joke. This is true. Beat Elvis Presley's record for the most played single of all time. And we never heard from her again. This song also is kind of interesting in the history of music, and this is also true, because they found that if a song contains the word hit in it, it will probably make it to #1 on the Billboard charts. So like hit 'em up style was on purpose. We just watched a whole presentation about the power of words. Like, this one freaking did it. This song I think is really important because, you know, she's crazy. So the only thing she does, like, she never interacts with the man who did her wrong. She just like buys a lot of shoes. To me, that sounds like healing and self-care. if like you listen to the song, it's clear that they like aren't married but have probably been together for a while. Like really, this is just alimony for a common law marriage. Good for her. This song was like pandering to your mom. They like really wanted her to like it. Whose mom like loves Carrie Underwood now? Okay, just mine. That's fine. My mom's pretty much like that mom. This song taught you, you know, if your man doesn't have a dog, like maybe he has a car he really likes, and you should treat that car the way he treated you, and just destroy it. Like, this isn't a song about revenge. This is just keeping it equal. And I didn't realize that Shania Karaoke was always white trash until this song. I was like, oh, wow, that don't impress me much is really sung by people who don't impress me much. Interesting. Now this song. Who's seen this movie? Yes. This movie I grappled with because I was like, oh no, we might have a crazy ex-girlfriend who's like actually really bad. And the first time I watched it, I was like, no, this is bad. She's actually like really bad. But then I thought about it and I was like, this woman taught me the most important lesson I will ever learn in my entire life. And that is how to completely terrify a man into submission. Ben Affleck got back with her and is going to stay he's not waiting till that baby turns 18. He's staying for the rest of his life with the woman who tried to put him on trial for her murder. I also like this movie because they murder Neil Patrick Harris. And we all know that he's like secretly a Republican. Like, let's be honest. Again, terrify a man is submission. This happens way more than normal. How many like people know like a couple where the man could not feed himself if it was not for the woman? Yeah. Like every woman is like, yes, I'm in that relationship right now. This movie just teaches you how to take that to a level 10. Thank you for coming to my talk. Some honorable mentions that I did not include in this presentation include The Other Woman with Cameron Diaz, where they all become friends, and also my favorite movie of all time, The First Wives Club. There's one thing about The First Wives Club that I find very disappointing, and that is in the trailer for The First Wives Club, you see Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker at the beginning of where they're going to engage in a physical fight. And they cut that out of the movie. And in the trailer, Bette Midler picks up a pie server and holds it to Sarah Jessica Parker's throat. And it is a deleted scene. And I have tweeted at Bette Midler about this once a week, every week. For many weeks. So if you could also tweet at Bette Midler about this deleted scene, I would really like a copy of it. Thank you.